styles. All right, but without any further ado, let me just get straight into the topic. So this evening, I'll be talking about referencing styles and managing references. This is my outline. We're talking about objective, what is referencing, why reference, type of references, referencing styles, managing references. So the objective this evening is for us to know the different referencing styles and the application, to be able to differentiate between reference list and bibliography, and also to be able to use the reference manager, which is like a practical session this evening. So as a form of introduction, what is referencing? Referencing can be defined as a method of acknowledging and recognizing someone for their works that you have utilized in your study to back and support your concept. So referencing styles or citation styles. So which citation style is to use in your document often depends on the discipline you are writing for. So just to say, there are different referencing styles, and each there are also different disciplines: medicine, um, engineering, sciences, and each referencing styles have particular peculiar roles that they play in these um, disciplines, as we will soon see. So why do we reference? We reference so as to prove that thorough research has been made to support our standpoint. That is, we are not just confabulating statements. There is a thorough research that has been done. Also, we reference to avoid the crime of plagiarism. So we don't claim that we have done something that we have not done. Also, to reference it, why do we reference to us? It's required to support any significant statement. I cannot just come to us and make a statement without backing it up. I cannot say maybe chronic glomerulonephritis is the commonest cause of CKD in blacks. I cannot just make that statement and people will take it hook, line, and sinker. There has to be a form of reference that I could attribute to support my statement. So also, in order to allow easy access to other researchers, so that the same information you have access to researchers, other researchers can also um, use that source of information. Also, as a source for further reading, you must have seen bibliography or further reading, maybe in your textbook or whatever. You see list of references. So we reference so as to be able to give a source for further reading. So in your documents, referencing is done at two levels. First, you need to give a brief reference in the body of text, also called an in-text citation. And secondly, a detailed reference is provided at the end of the document in the form of a list, that is, a reference list or a bibliography. We'll see some examples. So what are the types of references that we have, or what do we reference at all? What are the things that we can reference? We can reference journal articles. There are two types of journal articles. We have the journal article in print, and we also have the article from e-journals, that is online journals. We can reference books. We can reference materials from the internet, such as a page on the website. We can reference Facebook updates. We can reference Twitter updates, blogs, YouTube. So you don't just pick something up from social media and and you feel that you can just use that information anyhow because of course social media is very casual. No, you have to reference appropriately because you have to give credit to the source where you are getting that idea from. Also, you reference newspaper articles. Personal communication. Take, for example, I am discussing with a friend and he suddenly shares an idea with me. That would be plagiarism if I do not reference him when I'm trying to, I mean, write out the ideas because the idea did not primarily come out from me. So you have to reference personal communication. Also, quotations. When you take a quote from someone, you have to reference appropriately. There are also other things that we reference, such as reports, dissertation, thesis. You'll be surprised we reference dictionary and encyclopedia. So all these, you can reference virtually anything. So all these are the uh, materials that we reference. So there are different parts of the reference. If a reference will usually contain an author's name or author's name if there are more than one. A reference will contain a reference article, a reference title, sorry, a journal name, the journal name, the year of publication, the volume, the page number where you are getting the information from, and also something called DOI, that is the Digital Object Identifier. This is like a how would I call it now, a unique identity of a source of information. For example, if you tap on that particular, this DOI is like a link. When you tap on it, it takes you directly to the original source where you are getting the information from. So it is unique to that particular source where you are getting the information from. So no two articles will have the same DOI. All right. So in 32 patients with COVID-19, a single institution experience. Then the name of the journal where this article can be found is Pathobiology. So the volume of the where is volume 88. So far 88 volumes of these journals have been published. Then issue that is the one in brackets, issue 1. Then the pages is 56 to 69, 56 to 68. That is where the title of the article can be found on the page of the journal. Then lastly, we have the DOI. So we have so many things to talk. So the referencing style here, just before we go on, is APA. And I'm going to just tell us. So the APA usually uses the author dates style. So you will see whenever you see, though it's not only APA, but APA and AVA usually uses author and date style. So whenever you see uh, author, the author, and you see the year immediately beside it, would either be APA or AVA. All right. So I'll continue so that don't waste time. So referencing styles. These are standard methods used in citing sources of information. Some common and widely used citation styles or referencing styles are Harvard, Vancouver, the American Psychological Association, APA, the Modern Language Association, MLA, the Chicago, also the Turabian referencing style. The Chicago is very closely related to the Turabian, so they are almost the same. So the less common referencing styles are the American Chemical Society, ACS, Australian Guide to Legal Citation, AGLC, American Medical Association, and CSE and IEEE, which is the Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers. So these are the less common referencing styles. So referencing styles with discipline, there are different um, you know, discipline that we use particular reference style. For example, Vancouver is commonly used in medicine. The American Medical Association, AMA, is also used in medicine. The APA is used in psychology, education, social sciences, and also nursing. So the APA too is a text, is a referencing style that is also used in medicine also. Then Harvard is used in economics, MLA is used in humanities. Uh, the National Library of Medicine, NLM, is also used in medicine. So AAA, American Anthropology Association, is used in anthropology, social studies. Then Chicago type A is used in arts and humanities, while Chicago type B is used in sciences, social sciences, and humanities. Then the engineering um, is the one we use the IEEE for. All right. So, of formatting, use of punctuation, and order of information. Such differences occur at both the level of referencing, that is, in-text citation and reference list. Remember, I told you that I'm not sure, maybe I think I mentioned it somewhere, that there are usually two parts to the referencing style to identify references style, the in-text citation and the reference list. So from here, here's another exercise. Because of our time, and I'm lagging behind because we still have a practical session. So I'll just answer this one by myself. So this is a sentence. Diabetes is a leading cause of death, particularly in the elderly. So the in-text citation here is we write in brackets leading cause of death, particularly in the elderly. The same statement, but now we are using Afolayan et al. 2020. So this is another in-text, another style. So the reference now, we have this reference, and then the second part we have the other another reference. So the first reference A is Vancouver. So Vancouver is usually in the in-text citation for Vancouver is usually by a numeral such as 1, 2, and on the reference list. So you would notice that you usually will see the surname first, followed by an initial. Then at the end of the day, you see the name of the um, of the article, which is reference manager. That is the name of reference management. Then the name of the journal is Open Science, Opening Science. But you would notice another thing for you to identify Vancouver is that in Vancouver, the name of the journal is never written full. You can see Open Science. That is, it is the name of the journal usually written in the nickname or in the popular name in which that journal is known. You must have seen this New England Journal. Yes, in New England Journal in Vancouver style will probably be written as NENGL. That is just all. That is the nickname. So if you see in your reference tag, you first see the author and the initials, and you see um, the the article title, and then you notice that um, the journal name is written aptly or is not written. So the next one is the V is the APA. You can see that there is a author and immediately found the year there. So there's an author date star for APA. So going to the practical aspect now, we are talking about the manager. So a reference manager is a software program which helps researchers to collect, organize, manage, and use bibliographic references for citation. So with the reference manager, you can do a lot of things. You can change reference format quickly and easily. You can change from Vancouver to APA to Harvard to Chicago to IEEE to AMA. You can change easily, and then you don't have to type your references manually. So you can enjoy your project work. You won't find research work boring or tedious. So your reference manager is there to come to your rescue. So there are different reference managers that are available. There's the Mendeley, there's Zotero, there is EndNote, there's also BibTeX, and also down there are a lot of them. So, but because of for this purpose, we'll be talking about Mendeley. And why do we use Mendeley? Mendeley is regarded as the best reference manager. Why? Because it is popular, it is free. You can easily get it free online. It is very easy to use. It has a web importer and also a Word plugin. The Mendeley is available for Windows, Mac, Linux. You can use it in any um, platform that you can use. So Mendeley is a very, very good um, a program. It's a very good software program for use as reference manager. I will, I will go online. So if you click on this thing that I've downloaded now, it's still loading. I think my network is a little slow. Assuming that it has finished loading, you will see it on the right hand side here. So you can see the year of publication to give you all of these things here, this information here is going to give you the publisher, it's the type of journal it is, the tags, the URL. It's going to give you everything, the DOI. So all the informations that are present here. That is what Mendeley will do for you. It is that very good. So the next way to add articles to your to populate your library, the Mendeley desktop library is to go to Google Scholar. So I can go to, I think it's Scholar. Just use this. I think I've used this before. So I can continue as much as I can. Let me just type because of time. I can reference again and go to my insert citation. Maybe like, let me just put anything and just, then at the end of the day, I can now come write my reference list here. Then I will then write exact bibliography. Hope you can see it. So I've been able to, so my in-text citation is this one, this
Yes, sir.
Era Gomez et al. 2021, RV 2016, Apolanyo et al. 2020, then my reference list or my bibliography, as the case may be, at this one. So if I decide that, oh, I don't want APA, it is Harvard that I want, or it is Vancouver, okay, let's say Vancouver. So Vancouver is the one that has numeral as in-text citation. You can see one, you can see two, you can see three. Then it now writes it properly at the reference list. For example, then another thing, if you want to search for your, or you want to reference, like I can't find it here. For example, now I want to use Harvard, but I can't find it here. So what am I? I'll just go to Most House. So I'll go to Most House. I will search here for Most House. So this is Harvard here. So then I'm going to say done. So I've added Harvard to it. So this is Harvard here. So I can change it to Harvard. Do you get that?
No, sir, please can you go over that again,
Yes, please.
please?
All right, okay. If you want to, probably you want to select a particular reference star, you can't find it here. These are the, okay, let me change, let me go back to Vancouver. This is Vancouver Star, and I wanted to change to Harvard, but I didn't find Harvard in all these lists here. Yes, I didn't find Harvard at all. So what you just go to is go to more styles. So once you go to more styles, to show you different styles, to bring out more styles for you, so you can change to National Library of Medicine NLM. So you can click it, then you choose done here. So it's going to give you. So yeah, after you choose done, it will have added it. Then you now come here and choose NLM. Where is it? I think I saw it here now. Anyway, so that's just basically what you do. So you click more styles to bring out, then you can choose uh, the referencing styles that you desire. So that's what you do for that. Is there any more information? Let me see. So we have been able to talk about this. And then, so from your Mendeley, also in linking Mendeley with your Microsoft Word, so you can, these are the options that you can have. You can insert citation, which we have done. You can insert your bibliography, which we have done. Then you can change from one reference style to another, whether from Harvard to Chicago style to Vancouver, anything that you desire, you can check it. So another thing before I move on,
Can
let
you
me
hear me,
see
sir?
it. Where's my Microsoft?
Hello, sir.
Yes, another thing that why this Mendeley desktop is also very nice is that you can do it offline. You don't have to be online before you. Other than we said there's web importer, and there is Microsoft. I mean, there's Mendeley desktop. So the advantage of Mendeley desktop is that you don't have to stay online. So when you don't have your, even if you don't have data or something, the only thing you just need to do is populate your Mendeley desktop. So once you be able to populate your Mendeley desktop, you don't have any problem at all. You just continue to type your document. You just go um, to your Microsoft Word. Just keep typing. Just type as what beside you write on diabetes and you make the statement by Farouk, you just go to F, you check that place where Farouk is, you put it like this, you add OK. So once it adds like this, at the end of your work, you write out your reference, then you insert your bibliography to bring out all this stuff here. Okay. Another thing, but because of our time, I won't do that. If you have problem with your Microsoft Word, for example, I had problem with my Microsoft Word, maybe because I don't know, maybe it has expired or something. So that is, even if your Word are later, time that you are this mentally that you are seeing, there was a manipulation I did to ensure that it was there because my Microsoft has expired. For example, if I wanted to sign in, let me close my Mendeley. You will see what I'm saying. Let me close my Mendeley. So let me try opening it from the scratch. I think I have just 5 minutes more. I'll quickly rush. So this is my Mendeley. Once you have downloaded your Mendeley desktop, this is what you are going to see. So you quickly write out your email. So my email is on Michael1953 at gmail.com. I want to be fast so that people can ask questions. So this is my password. Then I click sign in. So if you notice, you see that my reference manager has been installed. But once I try to install it said I should install my Microsoft plugin. Once I try installing it, it says that my Word is currently okay. Let me close my Microsoft Word so that you can see that um, it's unable to install Microsoft plugins. Startup directly does not exist. So my Microsoft actually got expired some few days ago. So I think we are done with that. Let me quickly go to the last part. So in conclusion, references help you to cite your source properly and help prevent the crime of plagiarism. And references are best managed by a reference manager, which the easiest one and the most popular one is Mendeley. So this is my reference from Mendeley, so I don't have to struggle. So I just put the source of you draft out your article. So you are going to write your article. And when you write your article, you are ensured to adhere to instruction and guideline of the journal. For example, in IFEMA Journal Club, we use the Vancouver referencing style. So if we if we call for articles and you go and write your articles in APA style or Harvard, of course, we are not going to accept your article. We are going to reject it. So, and there's also other information that are peculiar to a particular journal, which you have to be aware of. So after then, you make your submission. So you submit your article gets submitted, the editor receives your article, the editor makes of my time. Okay, I think the organizer asked me to say something about this, so that call for articles as usual. So this is an example of a call for article. This is 36th FAMSA GA22. I don't know, I think it has passed. So these are the sub things uh, which these people, if that is what they are calling for, they are the sub response vaccine the call. You based on information is to search for the guidelines, just is their what is French star that are acceptable, what is their number to find out information, bring it to your then following the editor would take your article to the peer reviewer. If the article is accepted, good for you. If it is not accepted, just have to keep trying and trying till it gets accepted. So I think on these notes, I think I'll wrap it up. This is my reference.
Oh yeah. Sorry, like please can you give me please can you give us other examples of other relevant student friendly journals that we can send our articles to, sir?
I can I give you other? I can't hear you very well.
Like,
It's the network.
examples of student friendly medical student friendly journals too. That one can send articles to publish.
Okay. So you can get there are some if there are students popular student journals which you could actually publish your articles on. If they are local and then there is international. For example, people from Ife could publish their articles in Ife journal in our journal. And then there's also the students PMG, the British Medical Journal, which medical students can actually publish. There's also the International Journal of Medical Students, IJMS, that students can. So these are journals. If you go online and you check their site, you would um, you would see that you could actually follow the steps and get your articles published. So they will surely, so using that steps, which I've already closed my screen, I would have loved to show you. Um, Using that step, so you can actually, put in your article, then they would review it. It might take a little time, so you have to be patient. But nevertheless, they would get back to you so that you would know whether your article was accepted or rejected. So once your article is accepted, so is that slight grammatical correct? Your article can really be fully fit to feature Joel, I'm not sure at Joel as medical student, but I will find out about that. So, and also different calls for articles that you might get from time to time is also an opportunity for you to uh, get your articles published. All right. So, if you are lazy like me, you can just go to my Quillbot. So this is Quillbot. It's free, though there's a premium version, but the free has limited stuff. So you can come, I can paste it here. So it says I used to think referencing allows for a bit of flexibility with using word verbatim as found knowledge, so I can paraphrase it. So while it's loading, so it can give me say I used to believe that using terms exactly as they appear in original source is acceptable. So you can just copy it here and paste it in your Microsoft Word or in your document. So paraphrasing tool is a good tool for people who don't like to think too much or use their brain power too much in rewriting a lot of things. But however, there can be a little um, backfiring that can happen because if I use Quillbot, another person uses Quillbot for the same thing, it's going to likely give us the same option. But nevertheless, it's a very simple way of prevent of trying to avoid plagiarism. So you cannot use um, whatever, you cannot use any source of information, you know, exactly the way you see them. You have to paraphrase so that to have to avoid plagiarism. So after you paraphrase, you have to now reference that idea, that source where you got that idea from. You need to reference because that person has done the research to be able to come to that conclusion. So it will be totally unfair of you to take the person's work and take it as though it is your own. So if you are not comfortable with, so for example, this is quick, but say I used to believe, you are not comfortable with the word believe, can type it, can click on it, so it will bring out other words that so you can say I used to assume, can put it. So like someone said, I used to think, I used to assume, or you can just tap in as if you are not comfortable with source, you can just click. So source, the original document, actual source, primary source, origin, actual. So